Good day, YouTubers. Today, I want to examine the connections between Meghan Markle and Mohammed bin Salman. Mohammed bin Salman is a Saudi prince and a billionaire. He is the son of the king of Saudi Arabia. He is accused, there is an international warrant out for his arrest. He is accused of the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Who started writing pieces that the king and the prince didn't like. This journalist was killed last seen on October 2nd, 2018. Meghan Markle has earrings gifted to her from the prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, worth $500,000. Okay, you can literally sell those earrings and retire and never work again and live above my standard of living, and never work again. I am a middle class person. So she wore those earrings on October 23rd, 2018, during her Fiji trip. There was lots of other crazy things that happened during her Fiji trip. But this is one of her first official trips as a royal family member. And so I want to look at, was Meghan wearing these earrings as a public show of support for Mohammed bin Salman? I saw a love connection between Meghan Markle and Mohammed bin Salman. She looked in the cards, it looked to me like she wanted to marry him. This is exactly the kind of person that Meghan Markle wants to marry, a billionaire. Okay. And Mohammed bin Salman, the young, handsome prince, was showing as a player, somebody who was not at all, committed to Meghan. But I want to examine their relationship. I want to see how many times did they meet up? Was money exchanged? Did he give Meghan Markle other expensive gifts? But with regard to this, okay, so we have Meghan Markle wearing these earrings from Mohammed bin Salman 3 weeks after Saudi agents murdered Jamal Khashoggi. These were $500,000. They're alleged to be a wedding gift, okay, from the Saudi crown prince. She initially denied that she owned them. She initially said that she borrowed them. What she wears is the most important thing. What the female royals wear is the most important thing. So how did Jamal Khashoggi die? So in June 2017, he ran afoul of the Saudi government, okay, the king of Saudi Arabia, and he fled Saudi Arabia. He's a journalist. He was exposing things. He's like, basically here, he says, let's talk about something other than women driving. The NEOM project, the futuristic city that the crown prince, this is Mohammed bin Salman, plans to invest $500 billion, $500 billion. What if it goes wrong? It could bankrupt the country. Okay, so he's saying the official narrative is nonsense. And then he had to leave the country. After he left the country, he fell in love with a woman named Hatice Senzig, a 36-year-old Turkish PhD student, and he engaged her. So on September 28th, he went to the Saudi consulate in Istanbul to obtain documentation stating that he had divorced his ex-wife. Okay, so his ex-wife stayed in Saudi Arabia. He had to flee Saudi Arabia. Now he's in Turkey, and he fell in love with this other woman. So on October 2nd, he was lured to the Saudi embassy. This is the day of his death. His fiancée waited outside and never saw him again. And 3 hours passed, she's waiting outside, and he never comes out. What happened is, as far as we know, they grabbed his hands and someone choked him from behind, and then they probably chopped up his body and put it in suitcases. Now, right after this, I think Mohammed bin Salman, so specifically Khashoggi was criticizing specifically Mohammed bin Salman. So on October 23rd, I don't think the warrant was out yet. Let's see. October 15th, it's very suspicious that he was murdered inside the embassy. 18 Saudi nationals were arrested for their involvement and 5 officials were fired. Okay, so October 20th, it's already heating up. Meghan wore the earrings on October 23rd. And it looks to me like she is showing support for this crown prince, October 22nd. So she wore on October 23rd. CNN airs footage of an apparent Jamal Khashoggi body double who was brought to Istanbul by the Saudi team. Okay, so they're showing up someone else that looks like Jamal Khashoggi in Turkey now and saying, "Oh no, he's in Turkey." So they're throwing people off the scent. October 23rd accuses Saudi Arabia of planning the killing days before his murder on October 2nd. Wow. So on the day that Turkish President Erdogan accuses Saudi Arabia publicly of planning this murder, Meghan wears those earrings. Wow, she really knows how to stir up trouble. So let's take a look at what is the extent of her connection to the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman. So on October 23rd, 2018, when Meghan Markle wore these earrings, Mohammed, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, who gifted her these earrings, was formally accused of the murder of Jamal Khashoggi. So let's take a look at their connections. Was Meghan wearing these earrings as a public show of support? Because that's the only thing that makes sense to me. You know, she's letting him know that she is on his side. And I would think that the royal family would not be happy about that. She could wear these earrings another time after his name is cleared, or they could dispose of the earrings at auction, you know, and get a large payoff. And they'll only go up in value. They're precious stones and gold. Plus the who gave them, and that they're royal family jewels may also add value to them. So was Meghan wearing these earrings as a public show of support for the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia while he's under siege with these charges? Because let's face it, Meghan Markle is nothing if not controversial. And she has literally made statements saying that she wants to be the most famous person in the world. And you cannot be a truly famous person unless you're controversial. So she tries to be controversial. And this is definitely seeking controversy. She wants people to notice, and she knew that people would know where these earrings came from, because all people do is they look at what the royal ladies wear in particular, and sometimes the men will wear historic things, but more often it's the ladies who are wearing things. So it doesn't matter what they say. So Meghan making all these incendiary comments about abortion and male, pale, and stale, that's not important. What's important is, where does she show up and what does she wear? And that's what people are really paying attention to. She knew that they were going to see those earrings and where they were from. So was this a public show of support? Actions, 3 blackbirds, butterfly, very public actions of unity and love. This is, her heart is for the Crown Prince of, I want to say Bel Air, but it's Saudi Arabia. It's not Will Smith. It's the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. Okay, decisions to enter the conflict. So she very consciously threw her hat into the ring, or threw her ears into the ring, by wearing those earrings. The whole world, secret, long distance, secretly putting in the work in front of the whole world, broken chalice and handcuffs, denying the connection. She denied the connection. That's kind of typical Meghan. So she did something that is very clearly in support of the crown prince, and then she denied it. So she was kind of trying to be on the down low. And maybe these things work better if you deny it. People know exactly what that meant, and they sussed it out pretty quickly. And the fact that others say it and she didn't say it and then she denies it actually adds power, I think, power and mystery to what she's doing. So she really played the game well. So absolutely, this was very public support for the crown prince. She made a decision to enter this conflict, to throw her ears in the ring in front of the whole world, secretly over the long term. So I think this says that she supports him over the long term, no matter what, but then she denied it. So this was a public show of support. Let's look at Meghan and the crown prince, bin Salman. Okay, so he is the crown prince. He is the chosen one. He is going to be king of Saudi Arabia. And it really appears that he is already acting with pretty much the authority of the king already. He's really just the prince in name, and the king has pretty much handed over the crown and is letting him be king already. So in terms of their relationship, Meghan and the crown prince, was money exchanged? Okay, was money exchanged? What can Meghan do for this crown prince? Okay, there's a love connection there. I'm wondering if there's a professional connection between them, and was money, literally, here's some money, baby, was money exchanged between them? Meghan, the crown prince. Okay, because it's one thing to give very lavish gifts to the ladies that you're sweet on. It's another thing to just simply give money. That's just coming right out and making it a professional transaction. So, are we going to see any money here exchanging hands? Fox and executioner. This is Meghan's side. Very interesting. Very cutthroat. The executioner has a whole plan. Very clever. Very cutthroat plan on an ongoing basis. Wow. 20. Fox is 12, 25, 30. Money. 8 diamonds. Okay, so she has a ruthless plan that she is executing on an ongoing basis to get money. So she was in it for money. She was in it for money. And the money card, the shadow is 8 diamonds, the money card. I almost called, instead of calling 8 diamonds cornucopia, I almost called it money. Because it's, and I called it cornucopia because it's everything that money can buy. It's more than money. Money is just, it's a method of exchange to get other things that, it's not actually, it represents wealth. It's not actual wealth. What's going on with bin Salman? Somebody that she ran in his circles. He was taking care of her, and 2 diamonds. He was connected to her in her circles, and he was trying to help her. He was trying to be a benefactor to her. Now, previously, I saw a love connection. She actually wanted to marry him. That's what I saw in the cards. So she is ruthless in her pursuit of money and wealth, and she has a plan, and she's carrying out this plan. I would say that she's really succeeded in doing this. In marrying Harry, she's attained a lot of wealth by what she's doing. Bin Salman, he saw her as a friendly, beautiful girl in his environment. There's none of these twos. She is ruthlessly pursuing money. He is being a friend to her, and that's how Meghan does things. Meghan comes off very emotional, oh help me, And it looks to me like the Crown Prince was actually helping her, connecting her to good people, and, just being a benefactor to her, kind of an equal age, like, father figure. Cup overflowing, yeah. Very emotional about the permanent connection or marriage. 17, 5 hearts. So again, that's what I was suggesting, that she comes off very emotional. Always 10 hearts energy about marriage and the connection. So she gave him the impression that she just really loved him, and that's what she's doing by wearing the earrings. I don't care what people say about you, Crown Prince. I'm on your side, and I love you so much. You're a lifelong friend. But what's really there is a ruthless pursuit of wealth by Meghan, disguised as very emotional. So I don't see a professional relationship. Okay, what I see here, I don't see a professional relationship between them. I do see she knows the Crown Prince. They are friends. She ran in his circles, and she knew that he could connect her to very wealthy, very powerful people because he's incredibly wealthy and powerful. Okay, did the Crown Prince give Meghan very expensive gifts in addition to this $500,000 earring? I don't even wear earrings, but if someone wants to give me earrings worth $500,000, I'm not going to say no, and I'm going to find a way to unload them and get the cash. Okay, I don't even wear earrings. Maybe you can give me like an exquisite pinky ring, gold and diamond encrusted, that I would wear it in your presence, and then I would find a way to sell it on eBay for the excessive amounts of money that it's worth. Something like that. Or maybe like one of those gold chains that I wear around my neck, and I could like start a career as a rapper or something. Anyway, so did the Crown Prince give very expensive gifts and jewelry to Meghan? This is also a tell. So let's see. Roadblock. There's the money card. Was he giving other very expensive gifts to Meghan? Blocked. Deep relationship. Money. 14, 19, 5 clubs. Cornucopia. Relationship based in money. Blocked. 5 clubs at the crossroads. Let's see. Karmic relationship. Long-term relationship. Sweet long-term relationship ended. 7 and 6, 13, 4 hearts. So, this is saying that their relationship ended. Okay, both sets of cards are saying that they have a long-term relationship. We have 2 long-term relationships cards. Of course, it's very sweet because Meghan is going to be nothing but sweet to him because he's so rich and powerful. But it ended. So I asked, did he give her other expensive gifts? Let's get the sticks out. Yes, no, yes, no. Did the Saudi Crown Prince give Meghan other very expensive gifts and jewelry? Or is this the only one? Yes, he gave her very expensive gifts. Okay, yeah, that's a very clear yes. So yes, he did give Meghan other very expensive gifts. Okay, so they were lovers. They had a lover's relationship. But he was never serious about her, and I saw that in the last spread. So he did a relationship based on money and gifts. Okay, very sweet, but it's over. Okay, dry your tears, it's over. So yes, they did have a kind of a ongoing, long-term relationship that she wanted to benefit from, and she was very ruthless in her pursuit of money. She was in it. This relationship for her, because this is a relationship spread, it's only about money, honey. Okay, now she was telling him it's about marriage, and she wanted to marry him, but she wanted to marry him only for the money. For him, he was just friendly. In the other spread, he showed as a player. Here he shows as a friend and someone who is trying to benefit her, help her along in life. Okay, and someone who's a billionaire and soon to be king of Saudi Arabia and essentially acting king of Saudi Arabia, he understands how much wealth can help you along in life. Did the crown react very negative? What was the crown's reaction to Meghan wearing these earrings on October 23rd, 2018, the date that the crown prince was formally accused by Turkey of ordering this hit? Ooh, devil. Oh my. Oh dear. Look at that. Isn't this interesting? Because we didn't know, I had no idea at the time what was going on under the surface. And this is Meghan's first or second appearance for the crown. And boy, oh boy, she's seeking controversy. And boy, oh boy, she got it. And these are, it became unbearable, says Meghan, of, staying in, working in the palace. Well, she created a lot of problems. She wanted controversy. She got it. Okay, so what was their reaction? The royal family and the rooting in the royal family. There's a devil rooting in the royal family. 22, 32, 8 spades. Ooh, wow. They really got mad at her. They said 8 spades. That's the blame card. That's the scapegoat card. We really, you are representing the royal family, and we do not support your wearing these earrings and supporting this crown prince guy in this way at this time. We really don't like it. And they felt that it was malicious. They felt that it was capricious, that it was malicious, and that she was trying to hurt the royal family and the name of the royal family. So they were very upset. Okay, for her, underneath, we have a disaster. We have no and karmic shift. We have, I can't remember the names of my cards. Mother Earth and mustard seed, planting in the situation a disaster, just sowing disaster for the royal family, and they want nothing to do with this. So she wore those earrings, and man, oh man, she got some real kickback. Okay, so there was a lot of strife on that Fiji trip. So this is all happening behind the scenes. I didn't know anything about this. And, I and the other royal watchers, we watch pretty carefully. We kind of know what's going on. I had no idea that any of this was swirling under the surface. And then there's all this other conflict in Fiji. So that's what's really going on. That would have really stressed her out. Now, she caused it. She's the devil in the royal family. And this was a disaster for her. So this is like one of her first outings as a royal, and it was a disaster, an absolute disaster. And then she also made those statements about how she paid for her college education, and she got all these grants and loans and stuff. And we know that's not true because her father paid. So in addition to this, she lied, plus her security chief ended up quitting. Right after the Fiji trip, a bunch of her aides ended up quitting. Now she's under fire for being nasty to her aides, which clearly she was. Clearly she is. She cannot retain staff. So Meghan definitely, there's two sides to her personality. Okay, so with the crown prince, she's super sweet. Okay, very, very sweet. But with other people who are not billionaires, she's not very sweet. Okay, she's maybe not sweet at all. Maybe she's a little bit of a Sour Patch Kid. So let's review. Was she wearing this as a public show of support? Absolutely. That's exactly what she was doing. and she threw her hat into the conflict, and she thought this was clever. And then she had to deny it because it created such a storm of controversy. She wasn't ready for the storm that she created. But that's exactly what she's doing. And then after she does it, she had to deny it and backpedal. Oh, no, that's not what I'm doing. I just borrowed those. Okay, that is showing real weakness. Okay, own it. Own it. If you're going to wear those earrings, you know, at least among the royal family, own it. Yeah, you know, that's my homie. Me and Mohammed bin Salman, yeah, we go way back. You know, that's my homie. You know, I like that billionaire guy, and I'm on his side, and I don't care what anybody says about him. And that's what she was doing. Okay, so I looked at the relationship between Meghan and the Crown Prince, and I specifically asked, was there overtly over the table, was there money exchanged? Well, for Meghan, it was all about money, and she's absolutely ruthless and clever about it. But she's showing as very emotional. So I saw them as lovers. So she just gushes over him and very soft and loving and kissy. Okay, that's what she's showing. But underneath, she is all about the money. Give me the money, honey. I want some money. And you know, he knows that she wants something really nice, and he gave her a $500,000 set of earrings. That's pretty nice. That's worth a $500,000. And counting as time goes on. But for him, this was not a professional kind of relationship. It was a lover's relationship. Okay, and he considered her a friend. She's a beautiful lady who is making her intentions known that she wants to marry him. And we have the marriage card here, very emotional about marriage. But that's not his interest at all. He has a lot of beautiful ladies around him, and Meghan is one of them, and he was very kind to her, as demonstrated by this lavish gift. Okay, did he give other expensive gifts to Meghan on other occasions? Yes, he did. Here's the money card, a relationship based in money, a very sweet, ongoing relationship, but it's over. So for her, it was only about money, but she's showing that she really cares for him, wants to marry him, and he responds by being very generous and helping her through life by providing money, expensive gifts. So it was definitely a romance relationship. It was not a professional kind of relationship. It was a romance relationship, but she was only interested in money. She was definitely digging for gold with this guy. And he treated it as purely a romantic friendship relationship. What was the Crown's reaction? It could not have been worse. You got devil and 10 spades. So this really tells us a lot about what was really going on. So she really got slapped down for doing this. And the Crown really didn't like this. This is right at the beginning. Okay, and she is a rebel. She thinks she's the other queen. And that's what she was doing. And I think no one is going to tell Meghan what Meghan can or cannot do. And so Meghan ended up having to leave. And she became more and more incendiary after this. She came out strongly in terms of abortion. She was very, really outspoken about minorities and women and male, pale, and stale. I mean, really, really outspoken and completely unnecessary because what she wears is so much more. What she wears on her body and on her ears and on her wrists is so much more important than anything she says. She needed to tone the rhetoric down and wear significant items. That's much more valuable than all that talking. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Please like, it helps the algorithm. Many people have been unsubscribed, so if you're not being notified, if you might not be subscribed anymore. A whole bunch of people have been unsubscribed. Please share it. It helps to get the word out, and comment. I love to read your